Did you know that a simple can of beans could one day be worth more than gold? Or that a supply chain hiccup thousands of miles away could leave your grocery store shelves empty? Today, we're diving into something that could make or break your household preparedness. In this video, we're uncovering 10 grocery products you absolutely need to stockpile before next month. From everyday essentials like rice and pasta to overlooked lifesavers that can last for years, we'll explain why these items are critical to have on hand right now. But that's not all. Stick around because we're also revealing the real reasons behind recent food shortages and the smart ways to build your stockpile without breaking the bank. Trust us, there's more at stake here than you might think. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We bring you the best tips to stay ahead in uncertain times. Now, let's jump right into it. Now, you might be wondering, why the urgency to stockpile groceries? Let's delve into the compelling reasons that make this a prudent move. Imagine this. A loaf of bread that cost you $2 last year now sets you back $2.50. That's a 25% increase. Inflation has been steadily eroding our purchasing power, making it essential to buy staple items now before prices climb even higher. Picture walking into your local supermarket only to find empty shelves where your favorite canned goods used to be. Recent events, like the ransomware attack on Morrison's supply chain, led to significant shortages of fresh produce. Such incidents highlight the fragility of our food supply and the importance of having essentials at home. Consider this. A port strike on the East Coast halts shipments of fresh produce from Latin America, leading to rising prices and panic buying across multiple states. Global events can trigger a domino effect, disrupting the flow of goods and causing unexpected scarcities. Think about the sudden onset of hurricanes, floods, or earthquakes. These natural disasters can cripple transportation networks, making it difficult for stores to restock and leaving communities without access to essential supplies. Having a stockpile ensures you're prepared when nature strikes. Envision facing a sudden job loss or a medical emergency that strains your finances. A well-maintained stockpile acts as a safety net, allowing you to sustain your household without immediate financial pressure. In essence, stockpiling isn't about fear, it's about foresight. By understanding these potential disruptions, you can take proactive steps to ensure your family's well-being no matter what challenges arise. Now that we've explored the why, let's move on to the what. The top 10 grocery products you should consider adding to your stockpile. Number 10. Beans. The unsung heroes of your pantry beans are nutritional powerhouses, offering a rich source of protein and fiber. This combination not only keeps you feeling full longer, but also supports digestive health. In fact, regular bean consumption has been linked to lower cholesterol levels and a reduced risk of heart disease. Beyond their health benefits, beans are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. From hearty soups and stews to salads and even desserts, they adapt to various cuisines and cooking methods. For instance, black beans can be transformed into a creamy dip, added to a spicy chili, or even blended into brownies for added moisture and nutrition. Moreover, beans are affordable and have a long shelf life, making them an excellent staple for stockpiling. Their durability ensures you have a reliable protein source during times when fresh meat or produce may be scarce. Plus, with a variety of options like black beans, chickpeas, lentils, and kidney beans, you can keep your meals diverse and exciting. Incorporating beans into your diet is a simple yet effective way to boost nutrition and add variety to your meals. Whether you're preparing a classic bean soup, a refreshing salad, or experimenting with bean-based desserts, these legumes prove to be both practical and beneficial. Number 9. Canned goods. The ultimate lifesaver. Let's talk about one of the most underrated heroes in your pantry, canned goods. You might think they're just boring old cans, but don't let their simple appearance fool you. These little metal saviors could be the difference between a full stomach and a stressful trip to an empty grocery store. Canned goods aren't just convenient, they're designed to last. Some can stay fresh for years, even decades if stored properly. Why? It's all thanks to airtight sealing and heat treatment that locks in freshness and nutrients. That means even when fresh produce is out of reach, you've got a backup plan ready to go. What to stockpile vegetables? Corn, peas, and green beans. They're all packed at peak freshness. Bonus? No chopping or peeling required. Fruits? Craving peaches or pineapple in the middle of winter? Canned fruits have got you covered, and they even come in juice or syrup for added flavor. Meats. Here's where the magic happens. Canned tuna, chicken, or even Spam can be the protein boost you need when fresh meat isn't available. Pro tip: mix canned chicken with pasta or rice for a quick and hearty meal. Fun fact: did you know canned goods played a key role in World War II? Soldiers depended on them for survival during long deployments, and civilians stockpiled them at home. It's no wonder they've been called the original emergency food. How to make the most of canned goods. Rotate your stock. Always use the oldest cans first. Check for dents. A dented can might seem harmless, but it can lead to contamination. Get creative. Turn canned goods into soups, casseroles, or even desserts. Yes, canned pumpkin pie counts. So, the next time you're at the store, don't just walk past those shelves of canned goods. Grab a few extra cans. You might just thank yourself later. After all, when life gets unpredictable, it's the small, dependable things that matter the most. Number 8. Dry pasta. Let's talk about one of the simplest yet most versatile items on your stockpile list. Dry pasta. At first glance, it might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, this humble staple can be a game changer in times of need. Why is pasta such a big deal? For starters, it's ridiculously easy to store. Toss it in an airtight container or leave it in its original packaging in a cool, dry spot, and you're good to go for up to 2 years or even longer. Unlike some foods, it doesn't require special conditions, and pests rarely mess with it if stored properly. But here's where it gets exciting. Pasta isn't just food. It's a blank canvas. Think about it. You can pair it with canned tomato sauce, a sprinkle of dried herbs, and voila, you've got a hearty meal. Feeling fancy? Add some canned mushrooms or tuna for a gourmet touch. Even if your fridge is empty, pasta has your back. Now, here's a lesser-known fact. During supply chain disruptions, dry pasta is often one of the first things to disappear from grocery store shelves. Why? Because it's cheap, filling, and perfect for families trying to stretch their meals. Stocking up now means you won't be scrambling later. And let's not forget its versatility in emergencies. Whether you're dealing with inflation or a sudden power outage, pasta doesn't need refrigeration and cooks in minutes. It's practically a survival superhero. So next time you're grocery shopping, grab a few extra packs of your favorite shapes: spaghetti, penne, or even macaroni. Your future self will thank you when that perfectly al dente bite turns a tough day into a comforting meal. Number 7. Rice, the ultimate survival food. Let's start with a pantry MVP that has stood the test of time: rice. It's not just a staple food, it's a lifeline for millions around the globe. And trust us, there's a reason for that. Rice is versatile, affordable, and has an incredible shelf life if stored correctly, sometimes lasting up to 25, 30 years with proper packaging. That means whether you're making a quick fried rice, a comforting bowl of risotto, or even experimenting with exotic dishes like sushi, rice always delivers. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that rice has been feeding civilizations for over 10,000 years? From ancient Chinese dynasties to modern-day kitchens, it's the ultimate survivor. And with global inflation making groceries more expensive, buying rice in bulk now is a smart move to outsmart future price hikes. But here's the kicker. Not all rice is created equal. White rice stores the longest because it has no oils that can go rancid. Brown rice, on the other hand, is healthier, but has a shorter shelf life due to its natural oils. So, if you're stockpiling, white rice is your best bet. To make sure your stockpile lasts, use airtight containers or vacuum-sealed bags to keep moisture and pests away. And if you're really in it for the long haul, consider storing it with oxygen absorbers. Think of rice as the foundation of your food security. It's filling, adaptable, and can turn even the simplest ingredients into a hearty meal. So, whether you're cooking up a storm or just prepping for uncertain times, don't underestimate the power of rice. It's not just food, it's peace of mind in a bag. Number 6. Canned mushrooms, the underrated pantry hero. Let's talk about canned mushrooms, an affordable, often overlooked gem that deserves a prime spot in your stockpile. Why? Because these little fungi are more than just a pizza topping. They're a survival food with serious versatility. First off, canned mushrooms are perfect for situations where fresh produce isn't an option. Think about it. Natural disasters, supply chain issues, or even just a busy week when you can't make it to the store. While fresh mushrooms spoil in days, canned mushrooms stay ready for months, even years, without losing their flavor or nutrients. And don't underestimate their versatility. You can toss them into a hearty pasta dish, stir them into soups, or even saute them for a quick side dish. They soak up flavors like a sponge, making them the ultimate team player in your kitchen. But here's the best part. They're incredibly budget-friendly. A single can costs a fraction of what you'd spend on fresh mushrooms, and you won't have to worry about throwing out any slimy, forgotten leftovers. Plus, let's get real. Imagine walking into your pantry during a power outage or food shortage and feeling like a gourmet chef just because you stocked up on these. Who knew survival food could be this fancy? Fun fact: canned mushrooms aren't just convenient. They're also packed with essential nutrients like selenium and potassium, which are crucial for your immune system and overall health. Bet you didn't think a can of mushrooms could be this powerful. So, next time you see them on sale, grab a few cans. Because when fresh produce is out of reach, these humble mushrooms might just save the day. And your dinner. Number 5. Peanut butter. The survival superfood. You didn't know you needed. All right, let's talk about something creamy, delicious, and shockingly versatile: peanut butter. You might think, it's just a snack. But peanut butter is much more than that. This jar of goodness is a nutritional powerhouse, packed with healthy fats, protein, and enough energy to keep you going during tough times. Why is it perfect for stockpiling? First off, peanut butter doesn't require refrigeration. That's right. Whether there's a power outage or you're just low on fridge space, it stays good for months, sometimes even years, if unopened. And here's a fun fact. During World War II, soldiers used peanut butter as an energy booster. It's that reliable. But wait, it's not just about survival. Imagine this. You're stressed, rationing food, and boom, a spoonful of peanut butter can lift your spirits. Plus, it's incredibly versatile. You can spread it on crackers, add it to oatmeal, or even whip up a quick peanut butter banana sandwich. Bonus? It's great for kids and adults alike. When buying peanut butter for your stockpile, go for the natural kind with fewer additives. The simpler, the better. It lasts longer and is better for your health. And don't forget, those big tubs are your best friend. So, next time you're at the grocery store, grab a jar or two of peanut butter. It's like having a secret weapon in your pantry. Trust me, when times get tough, you'll be glad you did. Number 4. Oats. Your secret weapon for any meal. Let's talk about oats. Yes, those humble little flakes you probably think of as just a boring breakfast food. But here's the thing. Oats are a powerhouse ingredient you don't want to overlook when building your stockpile. First off, oats make the ultimate survival breakfast. They're not just quick to prepare, but packed with fiber and nutrients to keep you full and energized. A warm bowl of oatmeal on a cold morning? That's comfort food at its best, and way cheaper than fancy cereals. But oats aren't just for breakfast. Did you know you can use them to whip up cookies, pancakes, muffins, or even a crunchy granola topping? And here's a pro tip. Blend them into flour, and suddenly you've got a gluten-free alternative for baking cakes, bread, or thickening soups. Here's another reason oats are a stockpile superstar. They have an impressive shelf life. Properly stored, oats can last years without losing their quality. That means they're ready whenever you need them, whether it's for a lazy Sunday brunch or an emergency situation. And here's something most people don't know. During World War II, Oats became a staple food for soldiers because they were lightweight, easy to carry, and didn't spoil. If they were good enough to keep troops going during wartime, they're good enough to keep your pantry stocked today. So, if you're thinking about skipping the oats aisle, think again. These little flakes are versatile, affordable, and built to last. Add them to your list, and you'll thank yourself later. Number 3. Cooking oil. The unsung hero of your kitchen stockpile. Let's talk about something you probably use every single day, but might completely overlook when building your stockpile. Cooking oil. Yep, this golden liquid is more than just a kitchen staple. It's an absolute lifeline for meal preparation and survival. Think about it. How are you going to saute those beans you've stocked up on? Or fry that rice to perfection? Without cooking oil, even the best stocked pantry can fall flat. It's like having a car with no fuel. It just won't run right. Cooking oil prices have been skyrocketing lately, thanks to global supply chain issues and climate changes affecting crop production. Did you know Indonesia, the world's largest palm oil exporter, recently limited exports? Events like these ripple through the market and hit your wallet hard. That's why stocking up now can save you headaches later. Not all oils are created equal, though. Some, like olive and canola oil, have longer shelf lives, making them perfect for stockpiling. Olive oil, when stored in a cool, dark place, can last up to 2 years unopened. Canola oil isn't far behind, with a shelf life of up to 1 year. Compare that to butter or lard, and the choice is clear. Here's a tip. If you want to extend the life of your oil even further, consider freezing it. Yes, you can freeze cooking oil. It won't solidify completely, but will stay fresh for longer, ready to use whenever you need it. Here's a lesser-known fact. During World War II, cooking oil wasn't just a food item. It was a commodity used in making explosives. Crazy, right? That's how essential it was. Fast forward to today, and it's still one of the most versatile items you can have, whether you're cooking, preserving food, or even making DIY candles in an emergency. So, the next time you're shopping, don't just grab a single bottle of oil. Stock up smartly. It's one of the simplest ways to ensure you can keep your meals flavorful and functional, no matter what comes your way. What's your go-to cooking oil? Are you team olive, canola, or something else? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to stick around for more tips on essential stockpiling. Number 2. Salt, the unsung hero of your stockpile. Let's talk about a grocery item that's so common, it's often overlooked: salt. Yes, that humble white crystal sitting in your kitchen could be a survival game changer. Why? Let's break it down. First off, imagine life without salt. Bland food, zero flavor, just sadness on a plate. Salt is the ultimate seasoning, bringing out the best in any dish, from a hearty soup to simple scrambled eggs. But here's something you might not know. Salt isn't just for flavor. It's actually been used for centuries as a way to preserve food. Before refrigerators, salt was humanity's go-to preservative. It draws moisture out of food, making it nearly impossible for bacteria to thrive. That's how people kept their meat, fish, and even vegetables edible for months without modern technology. But wait, salt isn't just about food. Did you know it can also be used to clean, disinfect, and even help heal minor wounds? It's like the Swiss Army knife of your pantry. Here's the good news. Salt doesn't spoil. Ever. Buy it in bulk, store it in a cool, dry place, and you're set for years. And don't just stick to table salt. Consider stocking up on coarse salt or kosher salt, which are perfect for curing meats or fermenting vegetables. With inflation driving up food prices and supply chains becoming unpredictable, stocking up on salt is one of the easiest, cheapest ways to prepare for whatever comes next. Plus, knowing you have this small but mighty tool on hand brings peace of mind. So, what are you waiting for? Add salt to your shopping list today. You won't regret it when the chips are down and salted. Number 1. Sugar, the sweet survival secret. Let's talk about sugar. Something so simple, yet so powerful that it's practically a survival legend. Did you know that sugar, when stored properly, has an indefinite shelf life? Yes, that bag of sweetness in your pantry could outlast even the most robust canned goods. Why sugar is a stockpile essential. Sugar isn't just for sweetening your coffee or making desserts. It's a multi-purpose powerhouse. From baking your favorite treats to preserving jams and even brewing your homemade kombucha, sugar is the quiet hero of any kitchen. And here's a fun fact. Sugar doesn't spoil because it's hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture, which prevents bacteria and mold from growing. That's science working in your favor. Storing sugar the right way. But here's the catch. If sugar gets exposed to moisture, it can clump, harden, and lose its magic. To avoid this, store it in an airtight container away from heat and humidity. Your pantry or a sealed bucket is perfect for the job. Lesser known. Uses of sugar. What if I told you sugar could also act as a fire starter in a pinch? Mix it with potassium permanganate and you've got a spark. But even if you're not starting fires, sugar can soften hardened bread, keep cookies fresh, and even soothe burns. Yes, you heard that right. It's a first aid trick. Stockpiling sugar isn't just about sweetness, it's about security, creativity, and knowing you've got one of the most versatile ingredients on hand. So next time you see a sale on sugar, grab an extra bag. You'll thank yourself later. And hey, if you've got a unique way of using sugar, let us know in the comments. Now, on to the next item you need in your survival pantry. How to stockpile grocery products. Alright, so now you know what to stockpile. However, the crucial question arises, how can you effectively stockpile without feeling like you're preparing for a catastrophic event? Don't worry, we've got you covered. 1. Buy in bulk, but be smart about it. Let's start with the basics. Bulk buying is the golden rule of stockpiling, but it doesn't mean grabbing 10 bags of chips because they're on sale. Focus on essentials like rice, beans, and canned goods. You're buying staples that can feed you, not just fill your pantry. Look for deals at warehouse stores or online retailers where bulk buying actually saves you money. Fun fact. Did you know that bulk foods like beans and pasta often cost 30 to 50% less per pound compared to smaller packages? That's like getting free food every time you shop smart. 2. Shop sales. Like a detective. Think of sales as your treasure map. Stores often run promotions on non-perishable items around holidays or seasonal transitions. That's your cue to stock up. Check out buy one, get one free deals, and remember, canned goods and dry foods have long shelf lives, so it's okay to buy extras now. Timing matters. If your store restocks on Thursdays, go early to snag the best deals before they're gone. It's like hunting for the freshest loot. 3. Use coupons. Yes, coupons still work. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Coupons? Really? But hear me out. Coupons are like free money. Pair them with a sale, and you're in stockpiling heaven. Apps like Ibotta and Honey even find digital coupons for you, so you don't have to clip papers like it's 1999. Quick win. One family saved over $200 in a month just by combining coupons with bulk buying. Imagine how much food you could stockpile with that. 4. Don't forget to rotate your stockpile. This is where most people mess up. They buy in bulk, stash everything in a corner, and forget about it until the apocalypse. Don't be that person. Rotate your food regularly. Put the older items in the front and new ones in the back. This way, nothing goes to waste, and you always have fresh supplies. Did you know? Canned foods like tomatoes and beans can last up to 5 years, but only if they're stored properly. So treat your stockpile like a treasure chest, not a landfill. Where to store grocery products. So you've stocked up on all the essentials, beans, rice, canned goods, but here's the big question. Where do you put it all? Trust me, throwing everything into your kitchen cabinet isn't going to cut it. Let's talk about the smartest, most creative ways to store your stockpile, and some surprising do's and don'ts. 1. Pantry, your first line of defense. Think of your pantry as the VIP section for your stockpile. It's easily accessible and perfect for items you use regularly, like dry pasta and canned goods. But here's the catch. Make sure your pantry is cool, dry, and away from direct sunlight. Heat and humidity are like kryptonite for your groceries. To make the most of limited pantry space, try stackable bins or rotating shelves. It's not just practical, it feels like you're running your own mini supermarket. 2. The basement, a prepper's paradise. If you're lucky enough to have a basement, congratulations. You've got prime storage real estate. Basements are naturally cooler and darker, which is ideal for long-term storage. But here's a little-known fact. Not all basements are created equal. Watch out for dampness or pests. Nobody wants their rice stockpile to become a buffet for ants. Quick warning. Place your items on raised shelves, not directly on the floor. This keeps them safe from unexpected water leaks or creepy crawlies. 3. Garage, the wild card. The garage, the place where all things go to be forgotten. But it can be a great storage spot if you take precautions. Make sure the area is insulated to avoid temperature extremes. High heat can ruin oils, and freezing temperatures? Forget about it. That can mess up canned goods big time. Seal everything tightly. A tiny hole in a bag of flour can turn your garage into a rodent rave party. 4. Hidden gems? Think outside the box? Running out of space? No problem. Get creative. Under-the-bed storage bins are perfect for items like oats or vacuum-sealed snacks, or try unused closet shelves. Just make sure the area stays dry and cool. You'd be surprised how much hidden storage you actually have. Entertainment. Break. A quick thought picture this. In a zombie apocalypse, or, just another supply chain breakdown, who's winning? The person with a well-organized stockpile in their pantry, basement, and garage, or the one who has canned beans stuffed behind their TV stand? Exactly. Remember, where you store your groceries is just as important as what you're storing. A little organization now can save you a lot of headaches later. Plus, isn't it oddly satisfying to have everything in its place? It's like Marie Kondo meets survival prep. Imagine buying all the right groceries but losing them to pests, mold, or spoilage. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, fear not. We're about to show you how to turn your pantry into a fortress of freshness. Let's dive into the best ways to store your groceries for the long haul. 1. Freeze to lock in freshness. Your freezer isn't just for ice cream and leftovers. It's a secret weapon for long-term storage. Want your flour and grains to last for years? Pop them in the freezer for at least 48 hours before storing them in airtight containers. This kills any lurking pests or eggs. You can also freeze nuts, seeds, and even butter to keep them fresh for months. Just remember to use freezer-safe bags to avoid freezer burn. Nobody wants their rice tasting like last month's lasagna. 2. Canning, the grandma-approved method. Canning isn't just for your grandmother's peaches, it's a modern-day survival skill. By sealing food in jars under high heat, you're keeping bacteria and air out, two of the biggest culprits of spoilage. For beginners, start with water bath canning for high-acid foods like tomatoes and pickles. If you're feeling adventurous, invest in a pressure canner to preserve meats and low-acid vegetables. Just imagine opening a jar of home-canned stew in the middle of winter. It's like tasting sunshine. 3. Drying. Light as a feather, tough as nails. Ever tried? Dried fruits, herbs, or even jerky? Drying food removes moisture, which makes it nearly impossible for bacteria to grow. You don't need fancy equipment either. Use an oven set to a low temperature or invest in a dehydrator if you're serious. Dried apples, for example, are not only delicious but can last up to a year if stored properly. Just keep them in a vacuum-sealed bag or mason jar with a desiccant packet to absorb any sneaky moisture. 4. Vacuum sealing. Airtight and all right. Ever notice how vacuum-sealed cheese or coffee lasts forever? The secret is removing air. Oxygen is the enemy of freshness, so invest in a vacuum sealer to protect your dry goods like rice, pasta, and beans. Bonus tip: add oxygen absorbers when sealing your items for extra insurance. This combo is practically kryptonite for spoilage. 5. The power of Mylar bags. If you're serious about long-term storage, Mylar bags are your best friend. These shiny, durable bags are perfect for sealing large quantities of rice, flour, or even popcorn kernels. Just add oxygen absorbers, seal them with a heat sealer or iron, and store the bags in a cool, dry place. Done right, your groceries could last decades. Yes, decades. Now picture this. It's 5 years from now, and while everyone else is scrambling, you're calmly enjoying a hearty meal with food you stored today. Feels pretty great, doesn't it? So, whether you're freezing, canning, drying, or sealing, each method is like a piece of the puzzle. Master them all, and your pantry will become a treasure chest of preserved goodness. What's your favorite storage hack? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to like and share. It helps more people prepare for the unexpected. And there you have it, 10 essential grocery items to stockpile and the smartest ways to store them for the long haul. But here's the real question. Are you ready for what's coming? Today, we uncovered why stockpiling is more important than ever, thanks to rising inflation, food shortages, and unpredictable supply chains. We walked you through must-have items like beans, rice, and canned goods, and even shared insider tips on how to store them so they last for years. Remember, preparedness isn't about panic. It's about peace of mind. A well-stocked pantry isn't just a safety net. It's an investment in your family's security and comfort. The choices you make today could make all the difference tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might need a little nudge to start preparing. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more life-changing tips and tricks coming your way. Remember, it's better to be ready a day too early than a moment too late. So start building your stockpile, get creative with your storage, and stay ahead of the game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and stay prepared.